Greetings, Earthlings. We are the Mars Robotics Association based in Mars, Pennsylvania, here to discuss our ideas for the future Discovery Center. To those on Zoom, if you have any questions, please put them in the chat and we'll answer them at the end. Though based in Mars, the association is community-based and not tied to the Mars Area School District. Actually, we have students from a total of 8 different school districts. Some students almost drive an hour to attend meetings, one's even from Moon, Pennsylvania. You might know us from events like Apple Fest and Mars New Year. The association has teams for grades 4th through 12th that participate in FIRST robotics competitions.
FIRST stands for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. They are an international nonprofit organization that hosts 4 different robotics competitions. We participate in 2 of them, FIRST Tech Challenge and FIRST LEGO League. We would like to expand and participate in all 4 FIRST challenges in the future. Using the engineering process, we design, build, and program robots to compete in competitions. We have 3 groups: mechanical, programming, and marketing. Mechanical and programming focus on the robot, while marketing is devoted to community events, fundraising, and recruiting new team members and mentors. Though a STEM organization, FIRST is not all about building robots. Our elementary school kids do a research project to identify and solve real-world problems. Last year, they met with Mayor Gregg to find local Mars-related problems and create solutions. The older students learn how to run a business. All students must learn time management, leadership skills, and how to recruit new team members and mentors to the association. Our teams participate in community events and demonstrate our robot to scout and church groups. In the future, we want to be able to host our own FIRST competitions. The FIRST program allows students to try different career paths ranging from engineering to business leadership.
So why the Discovery Center? Originally, we just needed a large, consistent space for meetings. The association has around 40 students, and we meet 8 to 10 hours a week, more during competition season, sometimes until midnight. The association has moved spaces many times, sometimes working in people's garages. It saves time and energy knowing that we have a place to work and can focus on the game season instead of worrying if we'll have a space. Besides having a space to work, we wanted to host our own FIRST competitions and events like the speaker series, which I'll explain later. Anyhow, throughout the process of designing the center, we realized how much a facility like this could help the community. Sure, the facility would benefit the robotics community. We would have a space to work, and other robotics teams could come and use our practice fields and machines. But hosting robotics competitions alone would encourage the growth of local businesses, and as we know from attending such events, many teams stay in hotels overnight and eat at nearby restaurants. And that's only FIRST robotics competitions, as the facility would be able to host many other events with similar effects. The center would give all different types of groups a space to meet, and it would fix the lack of STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics in the borough, especially with a Martian Information Center and some exhibits. The Discovery Center would not only be something for the association, but also for the community, a facility to bring people to Mars and to foster its growth. About the speaker series. This is where every month we invite someone in the STEM community to share their experience with students, with a Q&A session afterwards. Right now, we're doing these virtually. This past month, our guest speaker was Ken Neese, a NASA Research Portfolio Manager for the International Space Station. Our speaker for September is Fu Nguyen, a staff engineer at Disney who previously worked for NASA. Early on, we went to Harrisburg to lobby for a facility. But to really bring this idea to life, we talked to other robotics teams for suggestions on what to put in a space. We talked to 5 teams from 3 different states. We learned about the spaces they worked in, what they liked about them, and what they didn't. After summarizing their input, we defined what we wanted the Discovery Center to do. We brainstormed rooms to accomplish these tasks and came up with three wish lists for each. What's needed at the most basic level, at moderate funding, and for a dream space. The Discovery Center took many forms throughout this process, and the more we brainstormed, the bigger our ideas became. Our plans for the Discovery Center include around 10 rooms. For all of them, we would like to see our association colors, green and black, and a space theme, as well as handicap accessibility. One of the kids that actually attended our open house was really good at driving the robot because it was just like driving his wheelchair. Allergy friendliness is also really important, as some of the kids on our teams have severe allergies. Anyone should be able to join the team and visit the Discovery Center, even if they're deathly allergic to, say, peanuts or latex.
The lab is broken down into two components, the machine shop and the workspace area. The machine shop would be a place filled with advanced tools such as plasma cutters, wood burners, and large-scale 3D printers. This would be used by our group to build more complex and custom robots than we ever have before, while the community could use it for a wider array of things. For instance, the scouts could come use wood cutters for the Pinewood Derby, as well as any local machinist, cosplayers, and all other kinds of enthusiasts could come use advanced tools and machines that they could not normally afford. We could also have certification classes, so anyone who wants to can use the tools and have lots of knowledge of different tools, which are useful for acquiring jobs in the engineering and fabricating industries.
The second part of the robotics laboratory is the assembly area and workspace. The assembly area and workspace is a versatile space designed for work and activities outside the machine shop, with tables, chairs, and a place for the community to store their items. The separation from the machine shop is important to keep the noise levels down. The association would assemble the robot in this space, the programmers could work alongside the robot, and the association could have meetings and discussions. The community could use this space for a wide range of activities, from arts and crafts to school projects, or even assembling their own parts that they make in the shop.
The robotics arena would be used by the Mars Robotics Association to host large competitions and events. It would have to be able to accommodate a large number of people, with at least 600 people attending a smaller competition. When not being used for robotics, this space could be used to host community events, including concerts, speaker series, and other large group gatherings. In addition to the arena space, there should be a concession stand nearby. This would allow for food to be provided for long events. The robotics arena would also bring people to Mars for events, and people would have to find a place to stay, somewhere to eat, and they would shop at local businesses. Oftentimes, parents don't want to stick around for the long competition day because they can last 6 to 8 hours, so they'll go and explore the surrounding town.
Another room that we wanted in the Discovery Center was a film studio. At the least, this could be a small soundproof room with a solid colored wall. At most, it could be a full-on film studio with adjoining control and audio rooms. This space would be extremely beneficial for both the community and our team. The community would be able to use this space to film commercials, student projects, campaign videos, advertisements, and much more. In addition, the audio equipment could be used by a wide range of people, including musicians, bands, and announcers. Teachers could film virtual lessons, and our association would also be able to use the space frequently to produce videos for our events, including the speaker series.
The robotics practice and storage room will be the only dedicated space for the Mars Robotics Association and the Mars Discovery Center. It needs to be able to store assembled game fields, which are 12 by 12 feet in length and height, and setting up the fields takes 30 minutes, which is a large chunk of our practice, 30 minutes minimum. Along with storing game fields, we will need the space to store robotics parts, banners, marketing giveaways, as well as the robot or the projects we are working on at the time. Projects take anywhere from a few days to a few weeks or possibly even months, so we need a place to be able to store them safely without having them being interfered with the public, assuming that they would do that. Other robotics teams would also be able to use our fields.
The classrooms will be used for discussions of any kind and lectures and classes. As for the association, subgroups such as the programming and marketing groups could use this space to work without distractions. Other various community groups would meet and work here, like church groups and arts and crafts groups. The classrooms would provide opportunities to host art classes, college classes, a variety of certification classes, and more. The association will also gain a space to host workshops and summer camps as well.
In the family room, parents and siblings can entertain themselves or do work as their student or family member works in the Discovery Center. In this room, there's different entertainment for parents and children. Entertainment for the parents includes books, magazines, or a TV. Children can entertain themselves with electronics such as iPads or an EV3 kits. They can also entertain themselves with arts and craft supplies. This would be good entertainment for the kids as they all relate to STEAM: science, technology, engineering, art, and math. This area can also have desktop computers where students can do homework or take a break. Finally, this space should be safe for little children and separated from the louder spaces of the Discovery Center to allow work.
Next, we have the Creativity Lounge. This is a space to work comfortably, mainly for the marketing subgroup. This subgroup needs separation from the parents to be able to focus. The room would also be used for discussions and meetings. Next, we have the outdoor spaces. The idea here is to make use of the outdoor space the facility has, whether that's a rooftop patio or courtyard, a pavilion for outdoor activities, or a garden. These spaces would act as meeting areas if, for some reason, there's a high demand of them again, or the rooms in the facility are already occupied. The outdoors would be a great place to continue the space theme. A space-themed playground area, community gardens, and UFO-shaped planters, or even a few exhibits. Lastly, we have the Martian Visitor Center and exhibits. Here, people can learn all about Mars, both the town and the planet. At the Visitor Center, visitors would find information for activities, events, restaurants, shops, and places to stay in the area, as well as learn about the history of Mars, Pennsylvania. And the exhibits, they would explain all about the planet Mars, what's been done to get there, and what life on Mars might feel like. There could be displays and complimentary touchscreens for viewing information interactively. For example, NASA could bring in one of the Mars rovers. As for the Mars experience, there could be a spaceship cockpit or a concept Mars house, a house that may look like one of the ones people use to colonize Mars. The point is for people to learn about and connect with the town and the planet, to discover all the challenges and possibilities of aerospace science and Mars colonization. As I said earlier, the Discovery Center would not only be something for the association, but also for the community, a facility to bring people to Mars and to foster its growth. With your help and support, we can make this a reality. We can inspire a future generation of Mars colonists. Maybe someday, someone could call both Mars, Pennsylvania, and the planet their home. Thank you. And we can do questions now if anyone has any questions.